Blue Beetle. Alter ego, Ted Cord. Occupation, devil may care adventurer. Known relatives, Thomas M. Cord, father. Mother, deceased. Group affiliation, Justice League America. Base of operations, JL Embassy, New York. First appearance, historical, Captain Atom, first series, number 83, November 1966. Current, Crisis on Infinite Earths number 1, April 1985. Height, 5 foot 11 inches. Weight, 190 pounds. Needs the diet. Eyes, blue. Hair, brown. History. Growing up, young Ted Cord found he had a head for science, business and just about anything he put his mind to, because he wasn't afraid to take risks. He was born to think the unthinkable, to brave the impossible, to order the inedible. He thought he would join his father's business, called Omniversal Research and Development Inc. of Chicago, but he had no real life direction. Then, Ted helped stop his uncle from taking over the world, even though at the time he wasn't any kind of superhero. During that confrontation, Ted discovered that his archaeology teacher, Daniel Garrett, was the original Blue Beetle, who had gained magnificent powers for an ancient Egyptian scarab. Ted promised the mortally wounded Garrett that he would carry on his work. Later, Garrett came back, seemingly under the scarab's evil influence. In fighting its power, Garrett died, and Ted reaffirmed his dedication to justice, freedom, truth, etc. Training himself to the proverbial peak of physical perfection, even though he has a tendency to kick back and watch too many music videos, Ted made his own costume and established his own identity. Whereas the old Blue Beetle relied on his powers, Ted had his wit, his agility and a large number of gadgets working for him. When Ted's mother died, his father lost interest in the business and the company foundered. Ted took over and built it up to international status, but soon the company was destroyed. Ted left to make his name in the superhero biz, and what better way to prove himself a hero than to join the newly reformed Justice League. From time to time, Beetle is harried by the fact that he seems more the League's chauffeur than a member because of his superior piloting ability. Ted can fly just about anything with wings and a few things that don't have wings. During the League's reassembling, Beetle met his soon-to-be best friend Michael John Carter, Booster Gold, and the rest is histrionics. From that day they formed a kind of Ralph Ed or Lucy Ethel relationship, with Beetle ever concocting get-rich-quick schemes. Beetle and Booster have had their falling outs, but there is a deep bond between these two that goes beyond their wisecracks and buffoonery. Beetle has an overactive sense of humour, albeit not necessarily a good one, and a quick tongue, sometimes too quick for his own good. He has the talent to say the wrong thing at the wrong time. This trait has him in frequent hot water. Beetle fancies himself a ladies' man. Unfortunately, the ladies fancy him a nuisance. Subtlety is not his strong point when approaching members of the opposite sex. He figures if a woman cannot accept him the way he is, she isn't worth his time. He's looking for a woman who feels the same way. There's something more that drives Ted Cord to do what he does. Something more than the thrills, the limelight, the cheer of the crowd. His glib attitude and party animal demeanour hide a sincerity of heart known only to his closest friends. Within Ted Cord is the legacy of the Blue Beetle, a proud legacy. Powers and weapons. Blue Beetle has no superpowers, but he has strong, untapped mental capabilities. Beetle's bug is his pride and joy. He designed and built it himself, drawing on old Cord Inc. research and his own mechanically minded imagination. Solar powered, the ever bashful bug travels both by air and underwater. It has an impressive number of advanced weapons and defences and the best entertainment equipment available. Beetle's BB gun, acclaimed as the lamest weapon any hero has ever had, acts as a flash gun emitting a blinding strobe light and as a compressed air gun to disarm and unbalance foes. Beetle seldom uses the BB gun these days, depending instead on his quick wits.